Texas Governor Greg Abbott was in Lubbock yesterday. He praised local officials here in Lubbock, said they've been doing a great job. He said, I want to thank everyone in the entire region for their collaboration. The region of Lubbock is far more successful in dealing with COVID-19 because of the level of collaboration, Abbott said. He stressed it's important to remain... Okay, I'm sorry. The story from everythinglubbock.com, Jody, they did not reread before they published here.
Well, there's a shocker.
Because according to KMAC 28, Abbott stressed it's important to remain violent, warning that COVID-19 fatigue could become a new threat. I think they meant vigilant, not violent. The governor does not want you to remain violent out there in the streets. Please do not do that. That's not what the governor wants.
Well, he has been down in Austin a lot, so that may be on his mind.
The governor stressed it's important to remain vigilant or violent, warning that COVID-19 fatigue could become a new threat. Quote, if people do not continue in a very disciplined way, maintain highest levels of standards, which you will see as an acceleration and expansion of COVID-19. Says, we return to school. We're on the precipice of flu season. We're coming upon Labor Day. It's so important for people not to let their guard down, Abbott said. The governor was asked about bars while he was here in Lubbock. And this is what Wes Rappaport, he was watching the press conference, and he tweeted this out. This is what Abbott had to say. Abbott is, quote, extremely sympathetic to bar owners who have to pay bills, especially from economic fallout of the pandemic, says that you can't drink with a mask on. And people who go to bars, they go and they congregate, and some may be intoxicated, and that leads to best practices not being able to slow the spread. The governor said, every doctor I've talked to says bars are a leading transmission zone. Which, okay. Why are wine tasting rooms closed? Why not open bars at just 20%? When people go to restaurants, they have to take off their mask to eat, drink, talk, etc. And I think you can still get drunk at a restaurant. I think that's happened from time to time. And again, the governor, the governor's like, well, I'm extremely sympathetic. These bar owners, and I'm trying to be nice here, I really am. These bar owners don't care about your sympathy, Governor. They can't, whenever they get, their rent, whenever they have to pay rent, they can't send in a piece of paper that says, well, the governor extends his sympathies. So please accept the governor's sympathies as payment. Whenever they have to pay taxes, they can't send in like a piece of paper going, well, the governor extends his sympathies, and here it is. I hope this will go towards payment. The governor gives no timeline. He says that we need to see the positive rate go back below 10% for a sustained period of time. Well, what is that? A month? 2 months? 3 months? 4 months? A year? What is a sustained period of time? We need to see the positive rate go back below 10%. I think it's at 21% right now. 10% for a sustained period of time. We need more hospital rooms to become available. He doesn't put a number on that. Just more hospital rooms need to be available. Well, there are more hospital rooms open today than there were a month ago. Is that good enough? Apparently not. And we need to see bars have a strategy that can be enforced with discipline. What the hell does that mean? We need to see bars have a strategy. You're the guy putting out the strategies. You and the TABC, it's your job. Or at least you've taken it upon your shoulders to say, restaurants, here's your strategy. Many bar owners say their livelihood is in Abbott's hands. Felina Burge, owner of Crawdaddy's Bar, yelled at the governor as he was leaving Citizens Tower. Quote, please open the bars. I'm losing my home. I'm losing everything. I've had this restaurant for 11 years. Just let me open. Please listen to us and hear our voices. Burgess yelled at Governor Abbott. I'm sure Governor Abbott didn't say a word to her. Scott Stevenson, owner of Jake's Bar, said he doesn't know how much longer he can continue to hemorrhage money. Quote, is there any end in sight? Am I going to have to continue to spend $10,000 or $12,000 a month of savings? If it's going to be until the end of the year, I don't have that much money. I can just wrap it up now. Abbott says that, people at bars, they become fairly intoxicated and lose the discipline that is needed to make sure they aren't spreading COVID-19. Listen, I know it's fun to pick on the bars, and I know some of you out there hate bars and you don't like them and whatever. Not every bar that you go to is just full of drunk people who can't contain themselves. Not every bar has the same people who go to them. You could say the same thing about restaurants. There's no difference between a restaurant and a bar, really. There's just not. They both have alcohol. But apparently if you go to a restaurant, it's okay. You can get drunk there and you'll have discipline. There's some bars out there that they don't have issues. It's, they people who go, they have a drink or two, they enjoy the company of others, or they just like going out. They can sit on a patio and they go home. It's like Governor Abbott believes every bar is a college bar or a dive bar where everyone's doing body shots. Granted, that would be fun, but that's not the case. And meanwhile, real people are losing money and they're just sitting here going, what am I supposed to do? These people who have worked their entire lives to have a business, a legitimate business, no matter how you may feel about their business, it's a legitimate business. And it's being ripped apart by a governor who can't even give a timeline, not even a little glimpse of a timeline as to when these bars may reopen. Same goes for these, distilleries that are out there. Same goes for these wineries that are out there. The governor of Texas, think about this for a second. I tweeted this out yesterday. The governor of Texas, because he was asked about college football, Jody. He's like, we're dang right we're playing college football. College football's great. Got to have college football. So in other words, the governor of Texas believes it's safe to play football. He believes it's safe for you to go to a football game. He believes that it's safe for kids to go to school, for teachers to go to school. But if you want to go to a wine tasting, oh, no. No. You want to go to Yano Winery and taste some of their wines, that's where the Rona's going to get you. It makes 0 sense. And if I were somebody who was really worried, if I were some of these parents out there who are really worried about kids, or one of these teachers out there, how can you not understand where a teacher is coming from if they're scared to go to their job, if they're hearing from the governor a wine tasting room is dangerous, yet going inside a building with hundreds of kids and other people, that's perfectly safe. That makes no sense. Either it's all safe or it's not safe. And we don't even have to open up bars at 100%. 20%, 25%, 30%. It's better than 0%. And then you've got these, like the river tours, where you float the river. Well, no, those are still closed too. Can't have those. Now, you can still take your own tube and float down the river. That's fine. But you can't have a company do it. These are real businesses. These are real people. And guess what? If it can happen to those businesses, it can happen to yours. And that's why that's why I hate what's going on, is because one person, whether it's right or wrong, we should at least have a debate about this. One person is deciding whether an industry lives or dies in this state. And that is so wrong. We'll be right back. All right, back on the Chad Hasty Show, News Talk KFYO. Short segment here. We got to take another break in this hour, but first let's get to the phones. Got a few people on hold. Let's go to Scott first. Scott, you're on KFYO.
Hello, Chad. This is Scott from Jake's. I was just calling to talk about our king and ruler.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, what you, I guess this was a KCBD article here. I mean, you're dropping 10 to 12,000 a month.
It's about 12,000 a month to be closed between rent, LPNL, phone bills, and of course my advertising with KFYO.
Yeah, which we appreciate, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. To me, it's unreal that you're not getting any type of guidance at all.
Well, that's the thing, is that we have no idea as to how long this is going to last. Now, we have applied and are told that we're going to be able to get a food and beverage certificate, and we'll be able to operate pretty much in the same manner that we were before. It just costs more money to set up and do it, and we're waiting for our
Do you know when y'all are going to be able to reopen?
I expect we'll be open by the 1st of September, if not sooner. So
that's good. That's good, at least.
I've contacted, out of my 30 employees, I have 13 of them willing to go back to work. The 6 new people that we had trained to be cooks, they're gone. All of the food that we had to set, because we didn't know how long. So I could have donated it. I had $4,000 worth of food delivered the day before he ordered us closed. So that all we just cleared out of the walk-in. Some was able to be frozen, but most of that stuff just went bad,
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, it's good that you are going to be able to reopen. I mean, to me, it's just it should not have taken this long. One, for a workaround, and from everything that I've heard, y'all are basically going to be doing the same thing, right?
Right.
I mean, there's not that many changes.
There's not that many. We just need to serve a little bit more food, because the magical coronavirus will then know that the social distancing will work, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we were doing everything that we were supposed to do, but there was no due process. There was no, they took our business just by one man saying, and then he refused to talk to us. I went yesterday to try and talk to the governor, and he snuck in the back door. He met with the city officials. Then they had a press conference that no citizens were allowed to attend, and then he disappeared without seeing any of his subjects.
Yeah.
So I've called the governor's office. I try to call him daily just to see if ever, what they do now is they transfer you to a recording, and take a message, but no one ever calls. So, and then yet our representatives aren't, I've talked to John Frullo's office and Dustin Burrows and Charles Perry, but they don't, they're not able to, we don't have the legislature in session, and he won't.
Yeah.
We have no representation in this whatsoever.
Yeah. Scott, I got to get going. I'm glad y'all are going to be back. Hey, let us know when you are officially going to be back open, okay?
All right. Thanks for being out there, man.
You bet. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. We'll be right back. We go back to the phones. Got a couple of people on hold. Carl, you're on KFYO. Hello, Carl.
Chad.
Yes.
I tell you what, if you'll give out Abbott's dadgum number and just tell everybody to call him and tell him they're not going to vote for him, I think that guy will start listening.
You know, let me tell you something. If I thought it mattered, I would. And not to sound not to sound too pessimistic, I don't think he's running again. I don't think he's running. The next election that he would be running for would be in 2022. And I don't see him running for governor again. I still believe, I'm all in, that he thinks he's going to run for president in 2024.
Oh, that guy ain't got a chance for president.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, I have that feeling. Some people that I have talked to, they have the same feeling as well, that since the last legislative session, the moves that he has been making and the war chest that he's been accumulating fundraising wise, it's all to run for higher office. I could be wrong, but that's just where I think he's done after this term as governor.
Well, he better go to looking at what he's doing, because he dang sure is not. He won't even carry Texas for a presidential run if he keeps doing what he's doing.
I think he's hoping that everyone has a short memory.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's exactly. Absolutely. Listen, 2024 is a long ways away.
That's
Carl,
right.
Carl, thank you very much. Appreciate it. We go back to and after Kamala Harris, you might look at Greg Abbott and go, hey, we need to get Abbott in there over Kamala. Let's see. We've got Ben on KFYO. Hello, Ben. Ben, are you there? Ben was attacked by something, it sounds like, Jody. I don't know what happened there.
Sounds like he was in a bar.
Sounds like he was in a bar,
me,
getting angry, like he owns a bar. He was throwing stuff around.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've just a whole bunch of text messages that have come in. One texter, Antonio here, morning in Lubbock, followed governor's address yesterday. It was evident that he's not willing to give an inch on bar openings. Lubbock has seen too many businesses close, some permanent. The fact that restaurants with bars in them are allowed to remain open is unfair. The first time bars reopened was a way to see what steps needed to be taken. Otherwise, bars that open without incident should have not been punished for the ills of others. Bar lives matter. Remember, here in Lubbock, it was a handful of bars that, and, to put them in a category, they were kind of college bars that did not follow the quote-unquote rules. And everybody got punished for it. What type of system does that make any sense? Maybe you do an emergency closure and go, whoa, okay, hang on, wait. Let's pull back. Let's go to 20%. Let's go to 25%. Because I think we didn't start seeing problems, Jody, until we got to about 50% capacity or 75% capacity in bars. So, if anything, the governor should have said, okay, whoa, we're going back to 25% for a little bit.